All the women I photographed were very memorable. Some of the stories were very shocking. And to see somebody that went through what some of these women have gone through, to come out the other side and live another day and go on and fight this was very moving to me. And one of the first stories I heard was from a woman named Jessica, and she had been in the Air Force, and she was a fighter jet mechanic. And one night, a member of her squadron raped her. And she wasn't going to say anything, but people heard the commotion, and so it was reported for her. And she went through this whole investigation where she was vilified and lots of victim blaming, and people harassed her and called her names and banged on her door at night. And she went all through the investigation, and the night before it was going to go to trial, there was a new commander, and he looked at all the evidence and the investigation, and he said, while he did not act as a gentleman, there's no reason to prosecute. And he just swept it away. And that's what she was left with. And, that really got inside me, and it really gave me, it hardened my will to tell the story and to keep going. When I began this project, I had sort of a lofty ideal that somehow I could help bring about meaningful social change. But change happens very, very slowly. And that's one of the things that has kept me up nights thinking, when is this going to get better? Because it's just not right now. And then I started thinking about how change really does come about. And I look at the decision with the U.S. Supreme Court about gay marriage, and I know that didn't happen because of one person. That was a collective opinion and people doing things, and it was a groundswell that got that going. And so now I feel that perhaps I'm part of this groundswell that's going to eventually make things better, change things. But I teach this military workshop every year. And for the past 4 years, I have been showing those pictures when I speak at the base. And I always say, I would like to show this project. And they say, go ahead. So they do. It's hard because I've had people, who had to leave the room because they had been sexually assaulted. I've had more people than I can count who came up to me afterward and said, thank you for doing this. And whenever the project runs anywhere, I get emails and comments from people saying, I was sexually assaulted in the military and I've never told anybody. And when I saw these pictures and read these stories, I felt more courage to go out and get some help. That's been gratifying, to actually, do a project that means something to so many people. I became a journalist so I could tell the stories of those with little voice. And I think that journalists have a duty to shine a light into the deepest recesses of the human experience and provide a mirror for society to examine itself. It's my job to put a human face on the statistics, and it's really my job to make you care.